It wasn't a frantic day. I wasn't careful. So, yeah.
That's it.
I mean,
Complacency.
it negated a day's work, which is kind of annoying to work all day and then not make any money.
Right. But some of the stuff I got going will actually pull later on will make it a lot less distracting for me to be able
Mm-hmm.
to trade futures more.
A good
I think
investment of your time now.
right. So I mean I'm kind of I have this vision of bridging the gap between retail traders and institutional traders and being able to find some synergy there, and that's the project I'm working on, and it's just I'm befuddled at how well it's going on the part where I get into a conversation with Jamie Rogozinski and talk this through to be like, hey man, this could be really cool. Plus, he already had a project going that aligns with that. I'm just like, how the hell is this possible? So
Yeah. Well, serendipity, man.
I guess so.
Being in the right place at the right time and being prepared to take advantage of it, that is trading. And that's probably why you're good at trading, because you were already that way to begin with. You know, there's certain personalities that this is just a hand in glove. There
Right,
are others that, you know, it's much more of a struggle for people to embrace. You have to be flexible but disciplined, and
right,
that's hard. You know, coming from a teaching horseback riding and riding horse, it's the same damn thing, right? You've got to go with the flow, but you've got to be strong. You have to be in, you know, you have to have your system in place, but you have to be flexible. Know when to color outside the lines and when not to, and
right.
that's hard for a lot of people. We're
Indeed.
gonna have a nice big bounce here. Are we gonna go all the way back up to the top?
I'm looking at the 1 minute. There's a
Hey,
target
morning,
right up
YouTube.
here at about
Sorry about that, guys. Had some technical
13.95.
issues.
Oh,
Oh,
quite
hey,
all right, man. We may need to adjust your
Is the
frame
mic
or your
the frame rate?
not your frame rate, yeah, your megabyte rate, um, to accommodate your internet services there. So we got to figure out what your upload speed regulation
It
is.
was good yesterday. I don't know what just happened. My whole computer wasn't able to connect to Wi-Fi for a minute, so I just I just restarted it and it's working all right now. Good morning, Farisha. In the YouTube
When you're
comments,
streaming,
hello.
are you still
Yeah, I went
streaming?
back on.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
All right, and it seems to be streaming on the correct date, so there's that. Okay, cool.
Mm, I'm streaming tomorrow.
Yeah.
so far ahead of us.
Yeah, you guys aren't even here yet.
Like it,
Talk about the futures.
right?
Streaming tomorrow today.
That's awesome.
So I was talking about like some of the stuff I got going on in the background that kind of puts me off for trading futures lately, but
Oh, what's going on? You know what I was
I
thinking?
just
That's really funny you mentioned that. I'm so sorry. Like 1 sec before I forget. I was
oh yeah,
thinking because obviously we're gonna switch. I'm gonna do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I was thinking, what else? I know Jeremy could make the diamond pattern. I know the one for ones. I know there's tons of different trading patterns and styles, strategy videos he can make for us. What else? What could we do? What does Jeremy do better than everybody? And I was like, duh, options. Like, why not have you dedicated to making options videos, creating option strategies, doing all types of
right.
things like that, you know?
And that's the thing. Like I've got just it. Like I was telling Amy here, I'm like, options are something that I can trade while I'm working a full-time job. Futures, not so much. The
Really?
distractions
I think the
will ruin it.
opposite. I think the opposite
Well,
because you
because
could set an alert on futures or have a buy or sell order sitting where you want to enter the market, and then you could have your stop in place and your target in place and sort of let it do its thing.
I mean, I can do limit orders and make that happen if I can sit through it long enough. But I day trade futures at a really
Yeah.
fast rate, so
Right.
it's just
No,
one
I
of those
know.
things.
You do a different
I do
style.
that. I do that with MES a lot. I'll mark out and stock the market, But if I'm trading minis, there's no way I'm gonna
Right.
walk away from a.
So like with options though, like I know about where the range will be. I can plot that very well, and if things go against me, I can just sit with it because I'm usually in a position where it'll be to my benefit if I sit through it anyway.
Yeah.
So like when I'm converting into butterflies, for instance, like I can sit and ride those out. I can let them go against me for the whole time and then flip them right when they get close to price if I need to. So
Right.
it's kind of cool to be able to do that, and then also I can look up the high low on the credit spread side and flip in and out of it with limit orders that are just sitting there waiting. So like for instance, now I'm looking at buying back the credit spread I have open on Tesla against my debit spread. I can leisurely do that with moderate levels of distraction without really having to be focused on it. Futures, I've got to be like 100% focused. So
Right.
for me,
Right.
it's just a matter of being able to be there for.
Ooh, there was a nice sweep down.
Right.
We just took out 3 points.
Whoa.
Yes.
I was going to draw a line there.
I was in short 3 contracts ES.
Nice.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes.
Yeah.
I think this market has decided today is going to be a down day. Does
my
not
voice
care that there's UV above.
My voice just cut out. That was funny.
I'm switching over to micros now.
Figure out the root here. There we go. That's better. Okay, so now we have our first set of fan lines, and these on this close to opening range, they can be fudged a little bit. You don't have to have an exact set of fan lines on the open that close. But now we've got ranges, and now we've got 1-for-1s pretty well easy to see. Okay, so what I'm saying is like I'm kind of like trying to bridge the gap between retail and institutional traders, and I've got this happening where I know an institutional trader very well, a fund manager, and then at the same time I'm talking to Mr. Jamie over there and putting pieces together to be able to kind of bridge the gap between the two. And then, like I said, Jamie's got a project that's in the works that aligns perfectly with that. So this will be pretty cool.
Alright, so this demand zone right here, guys, it sort of goes against my confirmations for a zone, but I've seen these work out only temporarily. So we had a nice big rejection candle. The rejection candle's perfect. It's just, and the rally's fantastic. The only thing is it doesn't have continuation. It has a pullback, another little base, and then a pop. So I guess it's okay. It does bring us back to the 6-hour supply zone, so it would be valid to say this is our range on NQ right now. On a larger scale, on the 4-hour chart, not on any 5-minute or anything like that. But that's that zone right there. Green. And
Tesla just printed a nice bar across the 8 period.
nice.
And it came down to about the middle of the box, that 180-250 area.
Very nice. That's a
And
good zone.
this is all part of a big stack of measured moves from the base of channel. Well, actually regression line of channel. Let me draw that. There we go. This is what I call a skewed regression line. And it's basically the center of a descending channel from way back here.
What's going on?
Pops up and aligns with price action on point over here. You can see I have the endpoint right here. So running this as a support area, this becomes kind of a split between upper half and lower half of the channel as well. And we're coming through it. Let me get to the 2-hour chart. Basically, it's right there. We stack across. We get pivot after pivot. We can run pretty much 1-for-1s on measured move boxes built up. And at one point we exceeded. What you have is basically, if you count this as one leg and this is a second leg, this is a 1-for-1 here. We popped out of it and made a 1.5-for-1. on a daily chart, but on a 2-hour chart, we got a series of 1-for-1s. So we got consolidation here, we got 1 leg and 2 legs. Technically, this was a 2-fer, but this was very, very short-lived because that 192 pivot is very strong resistance as well. Let's look left and figure out where that comes from. Well, it was support here, it broke here, it was support and resistance in here, support here, resistance here. So it's a pretty strong level. So when you keep that in mind as basically the bridge you got across, it also means getting outside of the descending channel.
Guys, here's a good example of an area of interest that would have
Tesla,
been
you could-
formed.
Still,
Yo, you're cutting in and out. Jeremy.
that 207 get there.
Yo, guys, is Jeremy cutting in and out for you guys too? Or is it just... Oh, it might just
That
be
looked
me.
like Tesla.
Yo, could you hear me? Jeremy, could you hear me? Oh no. It's gonna crash.
Drill.
Alright, hello. Alright, let's see if YouTube's back up. Please be back up.
There we go.
Oh wait, what? 5/16? Is that today's date? No, today's 5/23.
25.
5/25. Oh my goodness. Go live. This one. Connect streaming. There we go.
I have to
It looks like we're
did we
back.
reduce you to,
Oh, we're back.
to 6 megs per second,
What is it?
or do we leave it at 9
For what?
on your output, on your video output for several things streaming, video all over the place, coming in, as well as a couple things going out. It just hangs in there.
I just
You
realized
get
we're
about 400 upload, but
we're streaming on the wrong day. I could change it.
we'll get it right. Don't worry. But is there a way you could run a Ethernet cable to your computer straight from your router?
Nah, it's far. I might have to move the router. My family's gonna love that. Oh,
You
you
can
know
get
what? I got an extender thing, but that's probably garbage.
Yeah. That'll help. Well, no, it'll help.
I just
Wired is always best. It'll give you
Yeah.
the best results.
that's the thing. Your Wi-Fi can be awesome, but you can still get packet drop over
Right.
Wi-Fi, and that's
Guys.
what causes your issues. Whereas when you're wired, you're pretty solid.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop Oh, I'm not even live in Discord right now.
Well, I say breaking. It's testing the resistance again.
Right.
So if it breaks this resistance here, that's the break, isn't it?
Exactly. So we're looking at the previous high right here.
Yeah.
We got a solid bar and a second bar, and this candle's got about 20 seconds left, but it's threatening to wick that area, so this can fail here. So this is a wait and see what happens with this trend. If this trend breaks out, cool, we can trade the break. That's easy, because then the target's right up here, the previous high.
Where's the target, sorry? Yeah, so it forms like a cup then, doesn't it? Not a cup and handle, just the cup.
Rounding bottom, double bottom, whatever you want to call it.
Rounding bottom, right. Okay, yeah, cheers Jeremy, thanks.
No problem. We just look left for control areas, so like this is a big bar of control here, so likely if we exceed the support
Are we
is over
on?
here, which is where we went to just now. If you look at my crosshairs, it's right over there. If we get into that bar, we'll likely complete that bar, so that puts you at a bull target at the top of that bar. However, we just printed a wick, and the absolute wrong spot. So now we're looking bearish.
Yeah,
We
got
don't
you.
want to trade this pattern unless we can scalp the 1-for-1s that are in that pattern on the 5-second chart, which is doable. But if you're trying to swing trade this or take a longer trade on the 1-minute chart, this is where you're going to wait for this range to break and then trade the break.
Yeah, I spoke too soon when I said it's breaking. Did the exact opposite.
That's why I was saying wait for that candle to complete, because that wick was a little ominous right there. Boom, we're breaking. Tesla broke the middle of the box, and Nvidia is kind of looking interesting all of a sudden. It's starting to climb a little bit, but we're going to print a support resistance line right in here. I'll just use a ray here. Right across this doji. So we'll see if this breaks into a bull pattern or a bull trend, or if it fails and becomes a bear flag. And I guess temporarily I can use this on SPY. We'll go right to this area. Give me the penny. There we go. And then your key support for this range is going to be down here.
Why is YouTube being like this?
So eventually this range will break. Consolidations usually will break. You just can't assume a direction until you can see either A, like a slam dunk pattern, like you for sure this is the triple bottom or double bottom or whatever you're looking at. It's got to break its own resistance first. And there is, the other end of it is right here off of this bar here. So it did exceed resistance of R1, didn't quite break out of the channel or the range.
Do you guys know, Jeremy, do you see his YouTube working
Kevin, if you're
right now?
listening,
Yeah, could you hear me? Hello?
yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Discord's like the
YouTube's a
only thing
little-
working right now.
Yeah.
What if I
it
exit
right,
out
don't
of
worry.
this? Let me know if that makes a difference.
I was gonna say, if we get you handy with the drywall saw and some remodel J boxes, you
There
can
we
make
go.
a nice professional installation of a wire coming through your wall to your computer.
Right?
That's fun. Oh my god, Casper just sent me a story.
He does that. Oh, and I got direct messages I'm not seeing as well. From who?
Oh, tell me, so is YouTube any better now? Probably not.